Hello everyone, this is probably going to be the last video that I make from a hotel room. I stated in the last clip our trip is being cut short because of concerns over the coronavirus. As of yet, we haven't had anyone that's symptomatic, so no real concerns there. Today we had a very eventful day. We went and saw the Garden City Tomb. We're finally here. It's very rough to get to this point, very crowded and busy. We're out of the markets. Don't mind her. She's not with us. I don't know her. She's crazy. She's been acting like this the whole trip, and I don't know why. Thank you. Making our way to the Garden Tomb. It's very cold here. It was a long walk.
Ya se le voy a traer a mi cuñada porque me van a detener aquí. Cuñada, ya le voy a traer a su hija porque me dijo algo.
Please come on closer that we get close together as a group. Friends, welcome to our garden with an empty tomb. My name is Jürgen, I'm from Germany and I'm one of the volunteer guides here. The place itself is owned by a British Christian charity, and it is solely supported by the generous gifts of our visitors. You will end up at the place together with the other bus where you will have your time of fellowship and communion, and there will be a basket for a collection. Guys, where are we? We're in a place that has been discovered about 140 years ago, which will give you a good picture of what the place might have looked like at that weekend which changed the world. Because a lot of the attributes that we read in the Bible, what this place would have looked like, you can find here. And we are now going up to the place called Place of the Skull. Golgotha is the Aramaic Hebrew word, or Calvary is the word that comes from the Latin. And I will tell you what happened there, but I will continue to talk as we walk up to that place.
This is a quarry.
So are you from a school or?
What are we doing here?
Ja, wo kommen Sie her, Jürgen? Wo kommen Sie her?
Deutsch?
Ja. Einige von uns sprechen Deutsch, nicht alle. Wo kommen Sie
Shall I
her?
continue in English or soll ich in Deutsch?
Ja, nur auf Deutsch, bitteschön.
Wow, that's interesting. Please let the others also step up to that.
What are we doing here?
Friends, behind you is the wall of Jews. Sorry. Behind you is the wall of Jews. That was built on a rock face. That is where the quarry begins, and here it ends. And when you look over to that cliff there, you see two cavities that are connected at the top. And there is a rock lump in the middle underneath those cavities, which reminds us of a nose. So that from this viewing angle gives you an image of a skull. But when it was first discovered, this is what it used to look like. It still gives you that picture if you would be up on the wall having a different viewing angle. So quarry used to build Solomon's temple. The temple would be about 450 yards south of us here, and it's quite noisy here. At the moment it's quite nice, but it can get quite noisy with the buses here. But today is the Friday, it's the Muslim Sunday, and it usually is a little bit quiet. It was noisy here in the times of Jesus because there were big roads passing by. The Damascus Gate would be the road that came from Jericho to Damascus. And so there's something else about that wall and the Damascus Gate. That wall plus the Damascus Gate are the only pieces of wall around the old city of Jerusalem today that were rebuilt exactly where they used to be in the times of Jesus. All the other walls that you have most likely already seen are today in different places. Going uphill so that when the stone was rolled in front of the entrance, it would be a long place and it would remain there in place. Now why is this channel so large? You see, in the 11th century the Crusaders came to Jerusalem. Their interest was in the church in the old city. That's the one that they defended and that was holy to them. And they must have used this particular spot here as a, so he sold this place and he sold it to a German banker. And that German banker had financial problems, and the British were here, and he sold it. So when we discovered the tomb was full of rubble and stones and stuff up to about 1 foot under the ceiling, so that we could crawl and identify it.
Can I have one more? How would you know that Jesus was not thousands of other different people in the prison? Why we don't.
We went to the Western Wailing Wall. We also went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. All these sites, especially the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, is probably one of the most important sites in all of Christendom. I didn't realize this before going in, but the Church of the Holy Sepulchre claims that they have the tomb where Christ was laid.
задней стороне, то есть к изголовью гроба. Вы касаетесь лежала голова, только настоите.
And they think that maybe I misunderstood this, but I think that Christ was crucified like up on top of this church, and his blood dripped down through the wall and down onto the grave of Adam.
That crack starts from somewhere up there and it goes way down here. Okay? If you stand a bit closer, so you will see that behind under the altar, there is some sort of an opening which is definitely artificial. Alright? So the tradition says that Adam, human, was buried here. After he he was forced to leave the Garden of Eden, so he passed away, and then that's his tomb. Why is it his tomb? It is believed that this is exactly where God chose the earth to make Adam. And so when Adam came back to earth, he came exactly to the very same spot. Is it scientific? No. Okay, but that's this is what it is. And it is what it is because up there, and now we have actually these stairs we saw from outside, those stairs leading up to the top, and what we have up on the top is the Golgotha. We are actually standing now inside the wall of the Golgotha. In other words, up on the top, this is where Jesus was crucified.
Pretty deep, interesting, compelling stuff. What else we have in there? So it's kind of funny. You go see the Garden City tomb, and they're like, "Yeah, this is where Jesus was laid at." And then you go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and they say, "No, this is where Jesus was laid at." I sense a bit of a dynamic there, or maybe dichotomy is a better word, because the Garden City tomb is more of like, I feel like a Protestant place to visit, whereas Church of the Holy Sepulchre, as neat as it is really more of a Catholic place, given the architecture, the people that have been in control of that building. If you are well read on the disputes with the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, it's always been that there are these Catholic denominations that are feuding with each other. So, safe to say it's more of a Catholic space than a Protestant space.
Yeah, down there.
And this used to be much bigger, but it's smaller.
War das eigentlich nur auf Film?
spent a lot more time. See, we went through the West Gate, which is a Muslim-controlled area, and we interacted with a lot more Palestinians today than what we have in the past.
Okay, now I feel my hamstring.
This is the gate of the old city.
This is the gate of the old city, but it's a specific gate. What did it say? This is the Lions Gate.
Huh. Lions Gate.
This
The old city.
We're going
And
into.
the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is the Muslim quarter. There are 4 quarters: Armenian, Christian, Jewish, and Muslim. And this is the Muslim.
By the Ottomans, about 14 centuries after Christ. So if you're wondering if Jesus ever used the gate, so the answer is no, because it didn't exist at the time. Now, if we look at this map here, so you can see the map of the old city. These are the walls. This is the Temple Mount, which is on our left-hand side now. And the Lion Gate is right here.
We just had to go through a security checkpoint for the first time since we landed to get to the Western Wall. This has been a really cold, windy walk. Things have calmed down a little bit now.
Who are we still missing yet? How many people?
Charlie.
What's that?
When you're facing the Wailing Wall, then it will take a few minutes for you to walk the wall, put the node, and then we'll rush this direction, and hopefully we'll find the bus. Okay? So look, this is the Wailing Wall, which stretches to the right, all the way to that corner, which stretches to the left, all the way to the Antonia Fortress, to the school. But this part is invisible because of the houses of the Muslim quarter. But back then, 2,000 years ago, it would look like this. Okay? The Western Wall, the corner over here, the corner of the Antonia Fortress, and here, this is the Wailing Wall, which is right here in front of us. But it's not just here, it's all the way underground. Again, things are built one on top of the other, and so right now we are standing here while we have another few dozens of feet down there of the Wailing Wall. And so next time you come, you walk into here and underground, and you walk along the street, which is along the rest of the wall underneath the Muslim houses. This place is the holiest for the Jews because this is as close as it can get, being non-Muslim, to where the temple used to be. This is the temple here, and that's the Golden Dome. The Muslims, as you know, we cannot make it, and we could not, and so this is as close as you can get. And that became the holiest. So, girls, go to the right. Guys, you go straight forward. Guys, you have to cover your head with whatever.
So aside from those things, we did a lot of walking today. We spent time looking over the Dome of the Rock and that famous picture that everyone's probably seen before. Anytime there's a picture shown of Israel, it's generally the Dome of the Rock. And I guess the reason that the Wailing Wall is what it is because that's the closest Jews will ever be able to come to what is the original temple. That's why they're wailing. Additionally, Well, welcome to the Dome of the Rock. Pretty nasty weather.
Open 24 hours.
So the sidewalk has a drain on it. There's a drain that goes out onto the sidewalk and then down the road. It's pretty steep, really slick. This is pretty slippery.
Dude, this thing is so good though. Really? Like, there's like. This seems less slippery.
Where are we at? Is this a graveyard?
Yeah, you got it.
Huh.
Or who do you think?
Dead Jews? Trying to think if we did anything else. We had a worship service tonight. It was a nice time. It was a spirited time. Sang some good hymns. But other than that, looks like tomorrow we're going to be wrapping up. We're going to go visit the Dead Sea. So right now it's Shabbat, actually, which is the Sabbath. So it's sundown right now. It'll be Shabbat until sundown tomorrow. But by then we'll be packing up and preparing to get to the airport, go back home. So anyway, interesting time despite the fact that the coronavirus cut us short. Still a trip that's very much worthwhile. Getting to see a lot and seeing way more and above and beyond what we could have ever done without Passages Israel. So there's my plug again. But I mean, and it's really not so much a plug. It's genuinely a good choice if you're a Christian looking to tour Israel. There's just nothing more to say about it than that. They are very open-minded. They give you a variety of speakers, and you can consider all their viewpoints and reach your own conclusions about these things. I don't know. This might be it. I don't know if I'm going to make another video or not. Just not really too interested in some of this other stuff. I mean, Dead Sea's cool, but did a lot go on there? Well, I guess some things did, but you know, in the Middle East, something significant happened everywhere, right? But in my opinion, the Dead Sea is not as significant as some of the other places we've seen, like Mount Precipice or Tel Megiddo, or you know, the Wailing Wall. I mean, we've really got to see and experience a lot. So anyway, see you later.